awesome.
But I really enjoy your film.
Thank
you for submitting it.
Absolutely.
And I want to say, seeing it more than one time, just when Dorothy shows up, it's just such a reward. It's such a payoff, because you have your lead who's, the man of reaction, not action.
Right.
And we see his delusions with his imaginary Sammy being a hero, being a cheerleader for him and putting him down a little.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, the pretty girl's not really for him. And then you find out she's got the same delusions,
Yeah,
and they're
absolutely.
like, they're a great pair. It's it's really fun.
Thank you.
So I want to know, like, where did this? What made you decide to do a musical?
Well, I could sing. No, I'm kidding. We kind of talked about it last night, but a few years ago I'd done a feature film, which was like a dark urban New York crime drama, and it did decent, and from there
It was on Netflix for 5 years.
yeah.
Just I'm your Sammy now.
Yeah, you're my
I'm
Sammy.
I'm cheering.
You know what you got to do, buddy boy.
Don't be humble.
Yeah, but even after that experience, we went into several different variations, trying to make it a TV show, and I was kind of in that kind of crime, dark drama world for a while, and I got to kind of a point where I'm like, well, while I'm waiting for something to happen with that, I need to do something else, and I didn't want to do anything dark like that. So I was writing a comedy, and this was actually the B story in this comedy I was writing, and I'm not funny, so the comedy wasn't coming out as well as I thought, but I as I was writing that script, whenever I would do the Foster Danica scenes while writing, it was just coming out of me, and I was just enjoying their kind of, because she would kind of pop into his office, and then he'd go and deal with the rest of the film. But whenever I injected her back into the script, it was just some life, that wasn't really there. So once I had finished that script, I was like, while I was polishing it, I was like, I really need to shoot something. I've been doing a lot of writing, and I wanted to shoot something. And my wife was like, well, you should shoot a short. And so I was like, well, you know what? All the scenes of Foster and Danica happen in his office. I was like, I could do that. So then I kind of then added the Foster and the Sammy and the Judy characters, which weren't in the original script.
Right, so that's when you narrowed it to a short.
Yeah, when I narrowed it to a short, then I was like, the beauty of shorts, I think, is, it does give you a chance to do some things that may not necessarily work in a feature. Whatever. So, but also, once I started developing those characters, I was taking inspiration from other films that, I love, like Playing in Sam, where Woody Allen talks to Humphrey Bogart, and even True Romance, Christian Slater's character talks to Elvis. And so those things kind of stayed in my head, and I was like, who would a musical theater writer talk to? Fucking Sammy Davis Jr. is who we talk to, and I didn't have, in the first versions of it, I didn't have the Judy character, but I knew I wanted Danica to rescue him. I didn't want him to rescue her. And then that popped in my head, and I was like, oh yeah. So
Inspiration?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And when did you cast this young man?
He actually came to my first round. Actually, you might have been the first person to audition.
Was that really?
I think you were.
Cool.
Cool. And he nailed it. And that was the thing, because it was like I had a very specific thing for that character that I wanted, and I wasn't quite sure what I get. Because, sometimes you got to be open for, someone to come in and it doesn't really look the right way, but they got it and we'll make it work. And he actually was better than I had imagined, and he nailed it. Matter of fact, maybe I shouldn't say that because he might sue me. No. Shit, what? Well, no, there's a line.
He has witnesses. So.
Yeah, there's a line in the script that I changed because he changed it in the audition, and I liked it so much that I put it in the script.
He's his lawyer. Does not need to call you because he's got nothing to stand on there. Yeah, you're allowed to take
I can take it.
WGA.
Yeah, he changed something
I
in
think
the
you got to rank
audition.
more than 40% to get your name on there. So you're cool.
See, this guy knows.
Whose side are you on? It's not mine. It's not mine.
Both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's, he came and I was like, oh, he's my guy, obviously out of respect and to see what else we continued to do auditions, but I was like, it was his role to
That must have
basically.
felt good to know that you have that
no.
in your back pocket.
Yeah, because once he came in, then I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna make this. Like, he's gonna do it. He'll light up the screen. So I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
And what did you think of the material when you first got it?
I had never really read anything, so it kind of reminded me of. Did you ever read Murakami? It sort of got this this magical realism thing to it, where it's very much like Sammy exists in my head, but it also has. I mean, you saw it with the transitions, the stardust, the little poofs of smoke. Like when I read it, I sort of felt that in the script that it had sort of that magic over the top of it, and that felt like it would be really fun to play with. Like it could be a very low key character, but it would still have vibrancy and life to it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and the magical. I mean, when he picks up the gun and pulls it on him,
Yeah.
and he's like this.
Yeah.
That's just a great moment.
Yeah.
That really is.
Because I wanted to make it so that Sammy is such that he would try his best to help this guy, and coming from Sammy's day, he's like, here, do this. So I wanted for that to be the one moment when pushed that then he couldn't tell what was real and what was fake. Like, he knows he's talking to Sammy, but he doesn't necessarily do it when other people are around. But once he was in that peril, I wanted it to be like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that is what's.
He's not sure.
I think that might be why I enjoy it so much. Is he's aware that Sammy's an illusion or a delusion of his, but in that moment, he actually crosses a line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions? There we go.
Doing comedy before stand-up, you don't really know you're funny until you actually say the jokes and hear how people react. At what point did you think this is good? Like this is fun. This is funny. And how much of it was the actor?
Well,
Because you had said that I'm writing something. I'm not really funny.
Well, anytime if you laughed, it was because of him, not because of me. Yeah, I mean, because you know what it was. It was like I decided to just write it. Like I wasn't trying to write anything. I just let it come out. Because it was the first time in a while, especially as I said, coming off of doing the feature, that I knew I was just gonna make something. Whether or not it ever got into any festivals or whatever, I was just making it. Like I needed to do something. So I treated the script the same way, so I wasn't like, oh, this will be funny, this won't be funny. I just, whatever was coming out, I just put it there. And then you then trust your actors to kind of embody that, and however they decide to play it, is how it came out.
Which is funny because we trust them to let us know that we're doing a good job. So sometimes that could turn into a vicious cycle.
Yeah,
You wind up with a Justice League situation where nothing's good.
Yeah.
Oh snap! No, it's all right. It's all right. Yeah.
But I did know that he has a comedy background as well, so I knew he'd be able to handle those moments and kind of lead them where it felt natural. Because Foster is still supposed to be kind of the straight guy, and Sammy is the livelier one.
Yeah, it feels, that's a really good question, because it is tough to tell in drama because you get a laugh and you can kind of gauge if there's different types of laughs, but if you get a laugh, it's funny, right? But in drama, you don't have that, but drama itself is sort of a mirror of comedy because it's also catharsis. So all laughter is just catharsis, just people releasing tension. So if you have that same sensation, it's going to be slightly different, but you can kind of get to those same like guideposts in drama. You can feel that catharsis, and then it feels almost like the audience is laughing with you, even though there's no one there.
Right.
Yeah. Any more?
Great job, by the way, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Where are you guys from, and where did you study, and just a little brief background?
I'm from New York. I went to NYU.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm from Detroit. I went to college in the middle of Michigan. I studied philosophy. an actor now, still useless to society.
Great. Well, thanks so much. We actually it's
Thank you,
5
sir.
till 10, and we got another movie at 10.
I appreciate it, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.